checked. Stop recording.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to BVI Pilots. My name is John, here with you once again. And I've got a video that's going to be really helpful to you. If I went to do it before and it messed up, I don't know what happened, but I want to show you the settings that you need to have set when you are using this with the pmdg 737 800, the 747 400, the 747 800, and the 777. All right. Now I can't really give you much on the specifics about the 747 or the 777 right now because I'm only flying at the moment the 737 900 ER, which is the extended range. Now I want to show you the settings for First Officer Pro, Flight Simulator First Officer Pro. So the sim's not going to be open right now. Well, we're not going to be flying, so I guess I could load it to show you kind of what it does. I think I'll do that. Okay, let's do that. So
Folder view list ops.
Let's load
Prepare 3DV48 of 32.
P3D first.
App start cursor with cursor.
Load that. Hope everybody's doing all right. I'd also like to give a shout out to all the BVI pilots out there that are simming and having fun with us. I appreciate all of you and hope everybody's doing all right. Meanwhile, if you can, give us a thumbs up. Be sure to share this with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, or any other social sites you might be a part of, just to help us get our name out there more. All right. Okay, so
change vehicle button. Change your selected vehicle.
Change vehicle.
Submenu dialog window. Edit blank.
And tab one time to the edit box. Type in pmdg. Tab once.
Data grid. Click to select the vehicle. PMDG 730. PMDG 700.
Go to the bottom up arrow. 1, 2, 3.
PMDG 737-900 ERNG shoe. PMDG house split scimitar winglets left parent. And
now that's the ER version. Now I'm not going to be flying this on this video. Okay. But you're going to see exactly what First Officer does. You're kind of getting an idea of that. And plus, I'm going to talk to you about the settings. Okay. Next.
Change vehicle button. Change list the available weather themes to choose from. Fair weather.
I'm not going to worry about the weather.
Weather themes radio button. User dash define change airport button. Change your location by selecting an airport.
We'll go ahead and set the airport
Submenu dialog
here.
window. Edit search by.
Put in KIND for Indianapolis. A little bit of representing the state that I live in, right?
Edit search by airport name. Blank.
Okay.
Edit search combo box menu models dot airport dot name index collapse select combo box active runway collapse select your starting location.
I'm just going to go to active runway. It's not going to matter.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepare 3D registered V4 unavailable.
Hit enter. Enter again.
Submenu dialog window. 14%, 25%, 35%, 45%, 55%, 65%.
While I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and show you the code and dark options
3D registered
as well. So when you first load it, it's going to do this. And it's going to start up your jet with everything running and ready to go. Now you could very well fly that way, but I like to start at code and dark. You know, that way I know for sure I got everything in. So let's go to the code and dark. To do that, we need to bring up the FMC. And to do that, you got to make sure that your TFM is loaded.
TFM button. Talking flight monitor.
So,
Lockheed Ops 20 downloads row star on talking flight monitor.
There's talking flight monitor.
Aircraft setting keyboard man enable select connect to simulator attempting to connect.
Connect simulator.
Lockheed Martin registered. Lockheed Martin registered. Airport database loaded.
Alright, airport database is loaded. So now I'm going to do left bracket, Control C.
Edit read only multi-line menu.
And now here's our menu.
Menu. Blank. 1 colon. Less FMC, less rec grader.
1 is the less FMC / direct grader.
Land. 2 colon. Less DLNK.
2 less DLNK.
Land. 3 colon. Less DFDAU.
3
colon. Less DFDAU.
DFDAU.
PMDG.
PMDG.
4 colon. Setup grader. PMDG. 3 colon. PMD 4 colon. Setup grader.
4 is setup grader.
Land. 5 colon. FS actions grader.
5 is FS actions grader.
Land. 6 colon. Land.
And 6 nothing. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to do right soft 4. And we'll talk about the right soft here in a minute, in case you have yours set the other way. So right soft 4, that's going to take you here.
PMDG setup.
The PMDG setup. And under that menu, you're going to see
Panel. 1 colon. Less aircraft state save grader.
aircraft state save grader.
Panel. 2 colon. Less option state load grader.
Less option state load grader.
Land. 3 colon. Startup state. 3 colon. Startup state.
Startup state.
4 colon. 5 dash. Land. 4 colon. 5 dash. Land. 5 colon. License grader.
And then license grader. Now, we're going to go
Land. 4 colon. Startup 3 colon. Land. 2 panel. 2 colon. Less option state load grader.
right soft 2.
Panel. 2 colon. Less option state load grader. Less options. O-T-T-O-S. Space.
So
space.
that would be
S. Load grader. State.
state
Load grader.
state load grader. So I'm going to hit right soft 2. And then it's going to give us the next
Load panel state.
options.
Land. 1 colon. Less NGXU cold dark.
1
Less NGXU space. Less NGX.
less NGX.
X. U. Space.
Less NGXU
O-L-D space.
code
E-A-R-K.
dark.
Carriage return. Land. 2 colon. Less N. Land. 2 colon. Less NG shoe on.
And then 2 less NGU.
Land. 2 colon. Carriage return on. Less NG. NGXU.
Less NGXU
Space. L-O-N-G.
long. That means it's going to do the real time that it takes for the plane or jet to fire up, to shut down, if you put it on that option.
Land. 3 colon. Less NG shoe short.
Then you got short on 3.
Land. 4 colon. Less previous flight.fxml.
And then you got
Land. 4 colon.
4
Less previous flight.fxml.
previous flight
Land. 5
XML.
colon. Less program generated tempo.
And then less program generated tempo.
24, 6
I don't
colon.
know what
Less
them
return.
are. And then you got less return. You are going to be doing left soft 1.
Load panel. Land. 1 colon. Less NGXU colon.
Less NGXU code dark. So hit left soft 1.
Execute key available.
And now once you hit the execute key, which is Alt E as in Edward, or as in execute.
Initializing all systems. 20. Battery off. IRS. Left forward fuel pump off. Right forward fuel pump off. Right aft fuel pump off. Left aft fuel pump off. Center left fuel pump off. Center right fuel pump off.
And now what it's doing is shutting everything off.
Pump 2 off. Left pack off. Isolation valve on. Right pack off. Apple lead on. Squawk 2000. Execute key off. Pivot key off. Initializing all systems.
Putting
19.
everything
Number 1 ignition off.
into
Number
the
2 ignition
code
off. Initializing all systems. 18. Initializing all
dark
systems. 17.
status.
Initializing all systems. 16.
Okay.
Initializing all systems. 15. Initializing all systems. 14. Initializing all systems. 13. Initializing all systems. 12. Initializing all systems.
And there's that. Now that's the way that you're going to begin every flight that you do. At least that's what's recommended. Because the next step that's going to happen with first officer, you're going to find out here in a minute. Now there's other settings that I'm going to show you guys how to do, but not on this video. And if you like these tutorials, please be sure to let me know. Leave a comment and say, hey, I like these, do more of them. Okay? It gives me an idea what people like and what they don't like, what they enjoy watching or what they don't enjoy, vice versa. So now let's go ahead and load.
FS Tram Senior SM FS Tram for MSFS FS Airlines 19 of FS Aero Fly Central 26 Flight Simulator First Officer Prof 27 of 32. Update 28 Flight Simulator First Officer Prof 27 of 32.
Flight Simulator First Officer Professional. Okay, I'm going to load that.
App Start Cursor, Normal Cursor, Form 1, Pre-Flight Flow Button.
All right, so there's a lot of buttons here, and we'll talk about that a little bit as well. But really, I want to the main reason for this video is so that you got the settings right. So I'm not going to go and do like the long explanation of all this. I'm just going to show you these buttons, okay? But the first thing first is you want to connect First Flight Officer so that it can start doing what it needs to do with the jet. I'm not going to do that until after I show you these settings you need to configure, because that way you can hear me better this way, okay? So you're going to tab.
After start flow but pre-flight CHKLS after pre R dash dash but X button dash
Let's
dash button.
start right here at the top.
Pre-flight flow button. R button.
There is a R button. I honestly I don't know what that button does, to be honest.
Pre-flight flow button.
You got your pre-flight flow button. That is for it to do all the things it needs to do for your pre-flight.
After start flow button.
After start flow button. That's after everything's started up.
Pre-flight CHKLST button.
Pre-flight checklist button. That's so you can do your checklist.
Taxi CHKLST button.
Taxi checklist.
Before start flow button.
Before start flow button.
Before start CHKLST button. Before start CHKLST button.
Before start checklist button.
Before the CHKLST button.
Before
CHKLST.
I don't know what that means, but before to checklist button.
Copilot start engines button.
Copilot start engines button.
BRF button.
BRF button. That's going to be where you go, and we'll talk about that shortly.
CFG button.
But you go there and you load your flight plan and stuff.
CFG button.
CFG button. That's where the setting we're getting ready to go to.
MSG button.
MSG. That's for messages that he's released. The developer.
Hot button.
Hot button. That's the automatic button. That sets everything to auto. I don't think you have to hit that once you do all these settings to do everything automatically, I believe.
Edit read only multi-line selected offline version : 2.03.
And then you got the edit box.
Connect button.
And then you got connect.
Voice button.
And that's where you connect. Then you got voice button.
VCHK button.
VCHK button. That's got to do with the voice. We'll talk about that in another video.
X button.
And then back to the top here to X. So let's go to the
VC voice button. Connect editor odd button. MSG CFG button. MSG but CFG button.
The config button right here. CFG button.
Standard operating procedures left parent. So PS right parent. Semi. Set to 0 to disable grouping. Engage autopilot left parent. Add right parent. Edit selected 1000.
Alright. So the first box you want to set that to 1000.
Edit selected 10,000. Engage auto.
As a matter of fact, let me open up as we go
Run
through
dialog.
these.
Download documents. Tech folder view list.
Here.
Documents window. Sim install files 21 of simming files 22 of items view. Datemod files from Declan server not selected.
I think I got
files from
titles, so I know what's what.
Active Skype file. Items view. First officer pro UI labels.txt 6 of 20. First officer.
Alright, here we go.
Import flag blank. First, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th blank. 15th, 16th drop 50 blank. 14th field blank. 50, 60, 7, 18, 19, 20, 20, 20, 20 dash 3rd, 20, 20, 20 blank. Settings window left parent. And tab order starting with the quote X button quote right parent colon.
Okay, here we go. Now these buttons are going to start from the X button, and I'm just going to read through these.
First field equals acceleration height left parent. Add right parent.
So first field is your acceleration height.
Files from Declan's file. Files from first officer pro UI user profile. Standard operating procedures left parent. Edit. Engage autopilot left parent. Add right parent. Edit selected 1000.
Now don't go by what that says because that's why it's not labeled correctly with the reader.
Edit.
So
Engage autopilot
that
left parent.
first
Add right
box
parent.
you want to set that to 1000.
Edit selected 10,000.
Then the
First
second
officer,
box, box.
Setting first field second field equals landing lights left parent. Add right.
Landing lights. That means that's when he'll turn them on or off. Is that so? When you're taking off, he'll shut them off at 1,000 or 10,000 feet, and then when you're landing, they'll come back on at 10,000 feet.
Third field equals ground speed warning left parent. MPH right.
Third field.
Third field equals ground speed warning left parent. MPH right parent.
Miles per MPH.
User profile. Standard edit selected 30.
That is set to 30. So when the jet reaches 30 knots or MPH, it's gonna let you know.
30 unselected. Edit selected 1100. Fourth field equals engage autopilot left parent.
Fourth
Add
field,
right parent.
Engage.
Fourth field equals engage autopilot left parent.
Autopilot,
add right parent.
AGL.
User profile standard operate. Edit selected 1100.
It's set at 1100.
Edit selected 18,000. First officer. Fifth field equals gear extension left parent. Add right parent.
Gear extension.
User profile standard op gear. Edit selected 18,000.
Why does it say 18,000? Um, I'm confused on that, so I'll get back to you on that, because that's what mine says here. I believe that's when
18,000. Gear edit 18,000. Gear extension left pair edit 18,000. Edit selected 1100. Edit 18,000.
oh, wait a minute.
First office fourth field equals fifth field equals gear extension left parent add right parent
Gear extension.
field fifth carriage return fifth field equals gear extension left parent add right parent A left AGL right parent.
Okay, AGL is anyway, for now you can put it on that.
User profile standard operating procedures left parent gear extension left parent add right parent combo box collapsed edit selected on first office sixth drop down equals hide size pre-flight flow options.
Okay, the next one is going to be
Flow pre-flight size hide size pre-flight
hide size
flow
pre-flight flow options.
User profile gear extension left parent add right parent combo box collapsed edit selected on.
You want that on
Hide size pre-flight flow options combo box collapsed edit selected after start.
The next one you want to be set to after start.
First seventh drop down equals XPNDR options.
Which is expander options.
Eighth drop down equals couple taxi slash LND lights. Lights LND slash taxi couple OCOUPLE taxi slash LND.
Taxi and landing lights.
XPNDR options combo box collapsed edit selected yes.
That's on yes.
Couple taxi slash LND lights edit selected 500. First officer ninth field equals engage LNAV left parent add right parent.
Engage LNAV.
10th field equals auto throttle. Auto equal field 10 parent left LN engage equals engage LNAV.
LNAV.
Left parent add right parent A left parent AGL right parent.
I don't know whether you got AGL after everything, but
user profile edit couple taxi slash LND lights edit selected 500.
You want that set to 500.
Edit selected 400. First office 10th field equals auto throttle disc left parent add right
auto
parent.
throttle.
User standard operating procedures left parent so PS right parent edit selected 800. First 11th field equals engage nav left parent add right parent carriage return left parent nav engage nav space VN.
Engage VNAV.
User standard operating edit selected 800.
800.
Auto throttle disc left parent add right parent edit selected 500. First 12th field equals autopilot off left parent add right parent.
Autopilot off.
Off. F space off pilot off. User profiles auto throttle disc left parent add right parent edit selected 500.
That's 500. That's when the co-pilot was shut to autopilot off. That's when you're landing. Okay.
Autopilot off left parent add right parent combo box collapsed edit selected APU. First officer
one is set to APU.
Drop down equals startup PWRSRC.
Which is startup power source. Now this is
user profile standard operating procedure left parent so PS
you can do APU, GPU, ground power. Technically, if you want to be technical about it, depends on where you're at. It's got to do with loudness and stuff like that. If you're in an area where it needs to be quieter, then I believe you'd go to ground power. This is set to APU. Actually, you could do ground power. GPU, I think. But I'm going to leave it at APU.
Startup PWRSRC combo box collapsed. Edit selected yes. First officer 14th drop down equals perform test when act not PWD.
Perform test
when act.
When
space CFT. FT space TFC CFT.
ACFT. I don't know what that means.
Act not PWD not act.
Anyway, you're going to set that to yes.
Perform test when act not PWD combo box. Edit 0.5.
The next one's going to be set at 0.5.
15th drop down equals CHKLSTS response left parent sector delay. Response CHKLSTS.
Checklist response delay. And that's set to 0.5.
Copilot options grouping. SPD warns checkbox checked. First office 16th checkbox equals SPD warnings.
SPD warnings.
User profile.
That's checked.
MNG barrel checkbox checked.
Manage barrel row. That's checked.
Copilot monitor size checkbox checked.
Copilot monitor size. That's checked.
Call start checkbox checked.
Calling checked.
MNG CTR tanks checkbox checked.
Manage tanks checked.
MNG FS checkbox checked. MNG FS checkbox checked.
What's that saying?
FS MNG.
Manage
FS space EFIS.
EFIS.
MNG FS.
That's checked.
Copilot walk arm checkbox checked.
Copilot walk around. That's checked. You want that checked, so it can undo your wheel chocks for you.
MNGMCP checkbox checked. MNGMCP checkbox checked.
Manage CP, that's checked. Computer.
MNGFMC checkbox checked.
Manage FMC, that's checked.
MNG wipers checkbox checked.
Wipers is checked.
MNG internal lights checkbox checked.
Internal lights is checked.
MNG external lights checkbox checked.
External lights is checked.
Copilot pre-flight time checkbox checked.
Copilot pre-flight time is checked.
Force on top checkbox not checked.
Force on top is not checked.
Auto flows checkbox checked.
Auto flows, check that.
Call rollout SPDS checkbox checked.
Call rollout speeds, that's checked.
Rudder FLTCTRL test checkbox checked.
The rudder test, that's checked.
Call 400 FT checkbox checked.
Call 400 feet, checked.
MNG size CHKS checkbox checked. Call for MNG size CHKS checkbox checked.
Manage size checklist.
Call for MNG size CHKS checkbox checked.
That's checked.
In-game MSGS checkbox not checked.
In-game MSG, that's not checked.
APU off after start checkbox checked.
APUF off after start.
In-game APU off after start checkbox checked.
That is checked.
Copilot set chocks checkbox checked.
Copilot sets chocks, that is checked.
Copilot set chocks checkbox checked. Copilot set FMC POSN checkbox checked.
Set FMC.
Set FMC POSN space POSN right N.
FMC POSN position, that's checked.
FLT deck MSGS checkbox checked. Copilot FLT deck MSGS checkbox checked.
FLT deck messages.
Copilot FLT deck MSGS checkbox checked.
That's checked.
FLT attendant MSGS checkbox checked.
Attendance checked.
Call SPD live checkbox checked.
Call speed alive, that's checked.
Call 80 knots checkbox checked.
Call 80 knots is checked.
MNG takeoff gear checkbox checked.
Manage takeoff gear, that is checked.
MNG LNDG gear checkbox checked.
Manage landing gear, that is checked.
MNG takeoff flaps checkbox checked.
Takeoff flaps is checked.
MNG LNDG flaps checkbox checked.
Manage landing flaps, that is checked.
APU on after LNDG checkbox checked.
APU on after landing, that is checked.
MNG takeoff autopilot checkbox checked.
Manage takeoff autopilot,
APU on MNG takeoff autopilot checkbox checked.
that is checked.
MNG LNDG autopilot checkbox checked. MNG LNDG autopilot checkbox checked.
Manage
LNDG autopilot.
landing autopilot, that's checked.
Call V1/VR/V2 checkbox checked.
Call V1, VR, V2, that is checked.
Add to FS menu checkbox not checked. App start cursor normal
Add
cursor.
to FS menu, that is not checked.
Call numbers checkbox checked.
Call numbers is checked.
Smoking mic mute checkbox checked.
Smoking mic mute, it is checked. That way you can do voice command with, you got to set your button in your configuration on your sim for the no smoking. You need to make a button for that. I recommend V. Create a button to turn that off and on, and that's actually for your mic. So when your mic goes, whenever you hit the V and it says no smoking off, that means your mic is, you can talk. And then you hit it again to mute it.
Kilograms checkbox not checked.
Kilograms is not checked.
Message center grouping. Edit multi-line blank.
Message center grouping, that's an edit box.
Global options grouping. Manual button.
Then you got global options. You got the manual. I suggest to read that.
Go to forum button.
You got a forum you can go to.
About button.
About.
Update nav data button.
Update nav. Now, that needs a video by itself. If you're not sure how to do that, let me know if you want a video and I can show you.
Sound config button.
Sound config button.
Check for updates button.
Check for updates button.
Clear MSG CTR button.
Clear message center button.
Check for MSG button.
Check for message button.
X button.
And then back to top X. So X will close it.
Dash dash button.
The dash dash button will minimize
Standard
it.
operating procedures. Dash X
Okay,
button.
so I'm going to hit X because you don't got to minimize it. Once you do your settings, you just hit X.
Dash X button.
And it will remember all that.
First
Okay.
officer pro UI labels.tx. Form 1 row 1 column 2. CFD
Okay,
button.
so the next thing, and I'm actually going to save that for doing a flight. Like, why show you how to do that part? I feel like I need to. Well, you know what? We will. I'll just show you real quick what these are. So let's go to
BRF button.
the BRF button.
X button.
This is to load a flight plan and do your settings.
Form 1 row 1 column 2.
I'm
Form
going to
1.
tell you what they are through the file I've got here.
Form 1. Briefing.
Okay.
Form first officer pro UI labels.tx. Import flight plan.
So
Import flight blank. First button equals close.
first button is close.
Second dash dash button equals
The
minimize.
second button is minimize, the dash
Third
dash.
drop down equals departure flaps.
Third is drop down for departure flaps. I'll go ahead and show
Briefing
you.
row 1 column 2. X button. Dash dash SID combo box collapsed. Edit selected 5.
Right here, flaps, so you can set it to 5, 7, 8,
10 selected.
10, 13,
15, 17, 18,
17,
20,
18.
25.
2025.
2 selection 20 25 20 18 7 50 30 10 8 7 5 3 2 1 0 0 0 0 1 2 3 5 7 5.
And I've got this one set to 5. I just keep it on 5.
Combo box collapsed. Edit selected. Derated.
Next is your derated. You want to keep that the way that is.
Combo box collapsed. Edit selected on.
The next box is
First off, fourth drop down equals departure. The fifth drop down equals departure packs.
Departure packs.
Fourth drop down equals departure to thrust. Fifth drop down equals departure packs. Briefing combo box collapsed. Edit selected on.
So you want that one on yes.
Combo box collapsed. Edit selected off.
The next one says off.
On selected instead.
I always turn it on.
On top. Screen review. SID on. Ice
Anti-ice on.
SID.
Okay. Next is
combo box collapsed. Edit selected yes. SID on. SID yes.
SID. That's set to yes.
Combo box collapsed. Edit selected no.
You want to set
selected.
that to yes.
Toga set. Toga set. Toga.
Set toga. I put that on yes.
Edit multi-line blank.
Then the next edit box.
On. SID yes. CP set. Toga yes. Line feed. AP. Line feed.
That's a edit box for messages.
CP set edit multi blank. CP set toga edit selected 0.
CP set toga. That's not what that means. Again, this is going to be where you put
0 and select 0 0 0. Edit selected 0. CP set toga edit 0.
This is your V1.
Edit selected 0.
VR.
Edit selected 0.
And V2. You don't even got to set them. Okay, just leave them the way they are. Tab.
Import flight plan button.
Again, to import flight plan. You hit that button, it will import it. And then you'll come back. It'll bring you back to this window. Because this is what it looks like when you hit import. It's just
open
a browse.
Dialog,
see?
items view list. Names default.fxml not selected 1 of 13.
So if I was going to import something.
Kind-kdtw.pln 8 of 13.
You know, I just pick one and hit enter.
Kind-kdt kinst line fsx line no proc line 20 previous flight.fx kinst line of proper rename
KSDF
line fsx line NOP.
Okay,
kinst
so
line fsx.
I just hit enter.
Briefing import flight plan button.
It takes you right back to import. That means it's loaded the flight plan. You tab again.
Combo box collapsed. Edit blank.
And this is going to be the runway. You got to select the
05L,
runway.
05R.
So if I was doing this flight,
23R.
I go down to 23 right.
Flaps edit multi-line blank. Blank. Blank.
That's a message edit box. Don't even worry about
Star
it.
combo box collapsed. Edit selected yes.
Star, yes.
Combo box collapsed. Edit selected hills.
ILS is what you want to set the next box to.
Combo box collapsed. Edit selected 0. 20 selected.
Here is the flaps that you're going to set whenever you're on your
25.
approach
30,
landing.
35. 40.
Meaning you'll go all the way to flaps 40. And that's
45. 45. 45.
you can go to 45, 40, 45, don't matter. I do 45.
Combo box collapsed. Edit selected 3.
This is the auto brakes. By default, it's set to 3, but you can get away with 2 probably.
Combo box collapsed. Edit selected 200.
And then you've got your minimums. This is set to 200.
Edit selected 0.
The next box, leave it alone.
Cargo FLT. Checkbox not checked.
So the edit box right before cargo.
Edit cargo FLT. Checkbox not checked.
FLT, leave that box
selected 0.
empty. Leave it at 0.
Cargo FLT. Checkbox not checked.
Cargo FLT, not checked. You don't want to check it unless you're doing cargo.
Combo box collapsed. Edit blank.
And then you have your arrival
11,
runway.
17R.
So if I go in there, it'd be 17 right, because that's what's on that flight plan.
Set hills. Checkbox checked.
Set ILS is checked.
Download WX. Checkbox not checked.
Download WX. That is for weather. You want to check that if you're using live weather. So that just depends.
Edit multi-line RWY17R colon HDG 170 slash 110.30 slash length 10,010.
With some information about your takeoff, runway, heading, all that stuff.
X button.
And then back to X, you hit enter on X.
First officer pro UI labels.txt dash notepad. Text edit.
And it takes you back to
Form 1 row 1 column form 1 BRF button.
The first officer pro, the main window, which is titled as Form 1. Now, again, you're going to get used to this the more you use it. If you want to adjust your sound settings, you got to go under
button.
CFG and go to the sounds button, and you can adjust it there. Okay, so you can play with that. Go in there and mess with that. You can also change the voice. There's like 4 different options in there on the type of voice and language. I think there's two different languages, 3 actually totally, counting English.
MSG button. CFG button.
So yeah, that's what that does. So now, before I go, I will show you what it does when you do hit connect.
MSG button. Off button.
Just to give you a little bit of
Edit red only
motivation
multi-lock
here.
connect button.
So let's hit connect.
Pressed. Connected.
Now it says connected, right?
First Officer Pro UI labels. First Officer Pro
Now,
UI connected button.
It's not doing anything yet, is it?
Lockheed Martin red Lockheed Martin form voice button connected button. Edit red only multi-line GWT colon 175,409 bar max colon 188,200.
Okay. Now if I do this,
Lockheed Martin registered pre-par 3D registered V4.
And I open up the jet doors, Shift E.
Door 1 open.
Now,
Form 1 edit red only multi-line selected 27 seconds until
27 seconds until Copilot gets seated. Listen carefully because you're going to hear something here in just a minute. So let's just have a listen. Remember, we're in code and dark. Everything's off.
Good evening, Captain.
Battery
CDU message displayed. Single FMC operation.
And there he is. And now what he's going to do
left forward
is
fuel pump on.
Set the jet up for some power, ground power, or APU, depending on what you set your settings to.
Low oil pressure light on.
I think right now this one's on APU, I believe. But either one. So see, it takes a minute, that's the way it really is. Your APU don't fire up right away.
Low oil pressure light off.
It's got to charge up. So and you can hear the fans there, which is pretty cool. I don't know if there's visual on this. If anybody's sighted and you see that it's showing you what I'm looking at, let me know, out of curiosity.
Bat discharge light on. Apu Gen 1 off bus light on. Engine generator off bus light on. Apu Gen 1 off bus light off. Engine generator off bus light off. Navigation on. Bat discharge light off.
And there it is. Okay. And now he's doing other things. He's going to be doing some tests. He's going to test the oxygen, all that stuff. So check this out. Pretty cool stuff. I'm going to let you just sit back and listen.
Trim enabled. SIM connect messages muted. SIM connect messages unmuted.
You want to make sure your SIM connect messages is unmuted if you want to hear all that.
CDU message cleared. CDU message displayed. Enter IRS position. CDU message cleared.
See, he's entering
You
the
can program
IRS
the
position.
CDU now.
And then he said you can program the CDU now, which I don't. And there's a reason behind that, and I'll tell you here in a minute. And you can hear him just clicking on the different buttons, flipping switches. doing all the tests.
CDU message displayed.
Engine generator off plus light on. App low oil pressure light on. Left FD master on. Right FD master on.
CDU message cleared.
Speed light on. LNAV light on. VNAV light on. CMDA on. CMDB on. Heading select on. Level change on. Altitude hold on. Approach on. Floor lock on. CWSA on. CWSB on. Execute key available. Fuel cross feed valve open. Fat discharge light off. App gen 1 off plus light off. Engine
Heading
generator
on
off.
my
Light off.
checks.
App low oil pressure light off. Left FD master off. Right FD master off. Auto throttle light off. N1 light off. Speed light off. LNAV light off. VNAV light off. CMDA off. CMDB off. Heading select off. Level change off. Altitude hold off. Approach off. Floor lock off. CWSA off. CWSB off. Execute key off. Fuel cross feed valve closed.
And see, now he's going out. And literally, guys, don't interrupt this, because if you do, you could run into a problem where he didn't get the chocks removed, and then you're not going to be able to take off. I've done it. So, don't hit the control key. If you hit the control key, it will skip what they're doing and move them to the next thing. Okay? You don't want that. You do not want that. And here's what I mean. Normally this would be about a 5 to 8 minute walk around.
Form 1 row 1 column 2. Edit red connected. Edit red only multi-line selected 533 seconds.
Yeah,
to walk around
533 seconds.
Lockheed
So
registered pre-par 3D
over
registered
5
P4.
minutes. Now if I hit the control key,
Aircraft looks good. Weather reports look pretty good.
see, he's back. And I can guarantee you the chocks did not get set. Okay? There's other things that happen. Right now he's doing more settings. Now he's back on the jet. But I'm going to exit it at
Electrical
this
hydraulic
point.
pump 2 on. Electrical hydraulic pump 1. Lockheed Martin registered pre-par 3D registered V. Unavailable. Yes button. No but yes button.
We'll hit yes there. Close that. We don't need him to do anything else. Not on this video. I wanted to give you the rundown and give you an idea of kind of what First Officer Pro does. You've not seen half of the stuff. So, you know, take your time.
Edit read only multi-line selected 4 sector stall warn test to complete semi. Hold C. 4 unknown. Moved.
Learn how to
Menu
do this
pmdg
stuff.
menu -pmdg 737 CDU. Edit unknown.
I'm going to exit
Ops
that.
26.1 Ops 26 downloads row 1 column star untitled Ops 26.1 download star untitled dash star Ops downloads row 1 column downloads window Ops
Close that.
26.1.1 left.
Alright guys, so take your time, you know, one day at a time. Learn how to go through everything. I will do more videos if I see that people want them.
Normal cursor.
So if you like this one, let me know, and I'll do another one and try to put them in order. Alright? We'll even do a
Connection
flight
timeout.
video
See the TFM law.
here at some point.
Stop recording checkbox
So,
checked.
y'all be sure to give us a thumbs up, share this with your friends, and also tap on that subscribe button. Join us here at BVI Pilots.
Stop recording checkbox
Until
checked.
next time, you guys stay safe and have fun. Enjoy your PMDG airplanes. Talk to you soon.